everybody? Jim with Reverb.com. Welcome to Reverb Soundcheck. We are at Thalia Hall in Chicago with Fuzz. This is Charles, this is Chad, and this is Ty. Thanks for making the time, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's start with the guitar. 65 Firebird. And when did you get it?
I got it 6 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been eyeing them for like 5 months probably.
Mm-hmm. Have you kind of always wanted one?
Just like really in the last 5, I don't know, like a few years ago my buddy showed me those like old non-reverse Firebirds and I just thought they were rad. So in the last few months I started checking them out. I played a few, they just didn't like really feel right, but that one it felt great. You know, I didn't like make a bad decision or anything. It's like it's amazing. But
it sounds awesome, and you know, I mean, the amps, the Music Man. Let's talk about those for a second.
Yeah, I mean, Ty definitely turned me on to Music Man. It's like I've had that one I'm playing right now for 6 years.
And that's the 65, the 410, right?
It's a 130.
And then you guys even have like the little one for the monitor on the other side. I don't even know what the model number is on that one.
Yeah,
dude, super rando.
Yeah.
Bass combo amp being used for guitar monitor right now. But it's funny because I didn't find a good Music Man until I blew up like 4. So the thing about Music Man is they're really temperamental, but when you find a good one, it'll last you like 40 years. It's like, just like 70s silver face Fender. But I got into Music Man because of John Dwyer, OC's John, Coach Whips. I went on tour with him when I was 21. And I blew up my amp, so I started using his amps, and I just was like, this is the raddest amp.
All right, let's talk about this Ripper.
It was like kind of cheaper. I thought cool, but then I realized it's not all original stuff on there. Someone took out the baritone dial, and they replaced one of the humbuckers with a like Japanese single coil. I made somebody put like a switch in it so I can switch between like the humbucker and the single coil, and I just like leave it in the middle. Because if you put it in the humbucker, it won't feedback at all, you know? So I kind of like use that as kind of a kill switch a lot of times. So if I'm like playing fuzzy stuff, and then it's time for like a quick quiet part, I just like flick that toggle switch.
So you guys actually don't have a lot of pedals on the board. Obviously Death by Audio is a pretty big piece of this sound.
I had been playing big muffs, and they just were too weak. I think like they're just not loud enough. You don't get like a boost in volume, and you don't get the boost.
Yeah.
But then the Fuzz War was just like a big muff times 2 or something, and then eventually started playing Death by Audio and got to meet those guys.
Super cool dudes.
Super cool.
What's the Death by Audio model that you have on your board?
It's just a Fuzz War, but it's
pink.
Yeah, but it's John Dwyer's version with like a little boost. But I don't use that boost. I just use it as Fuzz.
Yeah. And Ty, you had that one that they actually made for you. It's like the reverb and fuzz in one.
It's just reverb.
Oh, it's just reverb. It's just reverb.
Yeah, the original idea I had was to have a boost, a volume boost, and then effect. It ended up being like a recording pedal. My idea was like, I wanted like just a reverb that if you turn it up all the way, it turns into like just a noise pedal.
Yeah.
So it's really extreme, but it's great. It's really good for Ascend for recording. It's a really unique reverb, I think.
It's an extremely rare pedal, you know that, right? Like that you can't find them really anywhere.
Yeah, they only made one batch.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they sell for like $700 or $800 when they actually.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I have one.
That's insane.
There's a side thing. You're a killer guitar player, and now you're sitting behind a kit. How long have you been playing drums? Do you prefer playing drums?
I actually played drums before guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. The only thing that matters is the snare, for me, and my kick pedal. I really feel like you can tune any drum set to sound great, especially in a live setting. With a club like this, like you could literally play like a brand new like Pacific $150 drum set, and it's gonna sound great. It really, you know what I mean? Because these guys rule and they know what they're doing and it sounds great, you know? So for me, the snare, that's like the most important thing. I got a 60s Acrolite Ludwig and I have grown extremely fond of those.
Okay.
I mean, for recording, I am a total like freak when it comes to the drum set. You know, like I got a kit at my house that stays at my house. It's an old 50s Ludwig that's like, that doesn't go anywhere.
You
know?
used to tour with it.
I used to tour with it and then I was like, no way, ever, no way.
But let's talk about recording a little bit. I mean, are you guys demoing stuff before you go into the studio, I'm assuming?
Demoing is really important.
Yeah.
I think it's more, it's not sonically, it's for songwriting.
Yeah.
The sonic stuff is the last piece of the puzzle, you know? At least for me. It's like, sure, we want to make the demo sound great, but it's more like, does this part work? Like, are the vocals working? The melody, is that cool right there?
And what does the demo rig look like?
For this one, it was a 388, Tascam 388 at our practice space.
And Ty's like super down to get experimental with recording, so like every time we demoed, we would go in with like a new approach, you know, like mostly like, you know, Ty being like, I'm just gonna throw this mic like over here, like this weird
Mic in the wall?
Yeah, mic in this
Mic in the
corner.
wall.
It ended up being a pretty good room sound.
It's a good corner.
I like the corner mic.
Great corner.
It's like a little like a school like PA mic, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's wacky.
It's a weird one. Back in the day, I was like, I got a 4-track. I don't know how to use it, and everyone's like, cool, you know. And then you just keep moving up, and lucky enough to like learn through trial and error, or whatever, recording like my stuff and whatever, you know. But now it's funny. I've like totally like broken certain rules in my head. Like I'm super obsessed with compressors. And
You previously didn't like compressors?
no, I was like against compressors.
Wow.
I was like, fuck that. Limiters are fine, compressors are stupid. It's like obsessed with like the song Louie Louie. I was like, you should just record like that. I was a totally uninformed, overly opinionated 18-year-old.
All right, so you guys are out on tour. How many dates have you done so far? What show is this?
This is it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Band's done.
The band is
We're over.
It's over.
It's over, man. Last interview.
Me included.
It's not. I'm not. It's not.
It's
done.
But it is. But it's not.
Dudes, thanks so much for hanging with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.